Hey guys, my name is Jeremy McClendon, McClendon Life IE Insurance Experts, where our goal is to always bring awareness, try to help protect as many individuals and families as possible. Today, we're going to be doing a quick video. A lot of people always ask me how to determine which is best for them, whether it be whole life or term life policy. So today we'll quickly break that down. Now, to be completely honest, it's very, very subjective. And I mean, it's going to sound cliche, but it really is different strokes for different folks. No pun intended, but you really do have to treat each individual on a case-by-case basis. So even if I'm working with an entire family, you would still want to look at each individual as each individual case. Reason being is because what's best for you, or what's best for your husband, or what's best for your aunt or your grandmother, whoever the case may be, might not be the best option for you. So you always want to try to get the best particular option for yourself. Now, I can tell you, if you speak to anyone, probably I would say 40, 45 or older, they're going to most likely tell you that term life insurance, which is when you're getting something for just a term period, is a waste of money. Now, why would they say that, or why would people say that in general? Reason being is because back in the day, when you got a term policy, it covered you for a certain amount of time. However, at the end of that term, if you never used it or nothing ever happened to you, that money that you put in or whatever monthly payments you made, I know was just sacrificed and just kind of thrown away. So in that case, yes. However, more recently, there are newer products out there in the last few years that are actually not only term products, but they are also offering a return of premium, which means at the end of that term, if you don't use it, you don't lose it. They will actually refund you in a lump sum, whatever your monthly payments add up for however many years that was. Now, whole life, on the other hand, is something that you would have all the way up until you pass. You would pay your monthly payments all the way up until you pass. However, with whole life, there could be a couple things that come into play. One, if you're relatively young and you get a whole life policy, there is a chance that you could live too long and outlive that policy. And then you end up paying way more into it than you'd actually get back by the time you actually pass. Or you could be on something where as you age throughout, life, your monthly payments will increase. So then by the time you actually do pass, you end up paying way more into it than you're actually getting out of it. Now, how to determine which of these actually fits you best? Like I said, it's completely subjective, but just speaking subjectively, what you want to look at is there's some key factors. One of the main key factors that everyone needs to be aware of is age. Age is going to be a determining factor. That's kind of one of the main determining factors in what sort of rates you get. Two is going to be health. So obviously, if someone's in relatively good health, you can probably get relatively better options or better rates than someone without. Example, me personally, I'm 35 years old in relatively good health. I don't really have any health issues. I don't have any health issues, actually. I was able to get a policy. I went with a term just because I'm 35. I went with a 20-year term. So by the time I'm 55, if I don't use it, I don't lose it. The company is actually going to reimburse me for the monthly payments. Then at that stage in my life, I can kind of get something else or transition to something else that will cover me for farther down the road. Like I said, that's speaking subjectively. That is specifically what I did for me and to protect my family. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the best thing for you. If you're already, 60, 70 years old, especially if you're 65 or older, a lot of the companies are starting to remove you being able to even get a policy for 20, 30 years down the road. So that is something that you do want to keep in mind. And that's why I said it's kind of different strokes for different folks. What works best for someone else might not be the best situation for you. And that's why I said you always want to judge it on a case-by-case basis. I did want to go over this just to kind of give you some advice and some info on how to try to help you figure out or how to determine which route is best for you, whether it be something whole life or term. Now that concludes this video right here. Like I said, feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. I'm more than happy. You can always leave comments. You can, DM me, text me. I'll leave my contact info. If this is something that resonates with you, or if this is something that you do not have in place for your family, reach out. We need to speak. Until then, like I always say, be safe.